game will feature Upper St. Clair and your Pine-Richland Rams. And now the starting lineups for both squads. First, for the visiting Upper St. Clair team, in goal, Scott Matthews. Number 12, Pat Davis. Number 3, Steve Kyle. Number 24, Dave McCurry. Number 10, and captain, Mike McCurry. Number 21, Matt Myron. Number 23, Joey Palladino. Number 16, Mike Pizzone. Number 2, and captain, Danny Poljak. Number 5, and captain, David Steen. And number 20, Ben Walker.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the Pine-Richland tournament, St. Clair versus the host, Pine-Richland. The Rams are coming in, their own tournament. First game was canceled, and we're playing on a rainy evening that stopped now, nice and drizzly. A little bit of change in the starting lineup for the Panthers, and as soon as they break the huddle, we'll see what Coach Snyder sends on the field. Okay, in goal will be Scott Matthews. Across the back on defense, same 3 normal defenders, Steve Kyle, Danny Poljak, and David Steen. Across the midfield, we got a couple of changes. Mike Pizzone starts. Michael McCurry and David McCurry. And we've got Joey Palladino. And we got Ben Walker. And we've got Michael McCurry up front. David McCurry up front. And we got Pat Davis up front. Pine-Richland takes the ball. Intercepted by Ben Walker. And we got space. David McCurry. Ball trapped down. Matt Myron sends it over. Palladino drops it back to David Steen. Steen looks to feed in. Nicely done. Looking for Pat Davis inside. David McCurry scraps. And Pine-Richland comes out of it with the ball. Crossing midfield. Pine-Richland likes to play long ball. Number 12 will be a target up front. And Donnelly's in the goal for Pine-Richland. Pine-Richland Rams are perennial playoff contenders. And Matthews clears midfield. David McCurry steps in, makes a steal. Goes 1-on-2, splits the defense. On a grab, we're going to get a direct kick nice and early into the game here. St. Clair will take the direct kick right about the 20-yard line on the football field. We'll see with this lineup who takes this. Looks like Joey Palladino is going to line up for the kick. 6 men on the 18. And Palladino takes the left foot, swings in, right at the keeper. Donnelly grabs it, lets his men clear out. Donnelly tries a drop kick, short on his side of the field. Pine-Richland drops the ball down. And Mike McCurry takes the ball. Pine-Richland grabs it, takes it down the left wing. Looking for the cross inside. Steve Kyle dogs him. Nicely done. Forces the ball back. Mike McCurry sends it up. Mids are collapsed inside 20. Now we've gotten a nice spread. Turf's wet from an all-day rain, and the take by the striker goes wide. Scott Matthews watches it go by the post. David Steen will take the goal kick, sending it out. From the 6. Drops in at midfield. Mike Pizzone tries to push it past the defender. Intercepted, looks inside. Again, target man's number 12 right now. Trempus is a target man. They look for him up front. They'll play long ball with him. They'll also feed it into the middle on the cross. 0-0 scrimmage earlier in the season here. Was in the rain also on this field. So we're used to playing damp with Pine-Richland. Ball drops back. Joey Palladino gathers it in. Looks nicely to the outside wing. Ben Walker tried to trap it. Sent it forward a little bit. Pat Davis tried to get there. Matt Myron drops it down. McCurry back. Dave Steen stepped his foot up. Trempus tries to dog him. Okay, Papalak drops the ball in. And the defender takes it at the 40. Pat Davis makes a good effort at midfield trying to dog the mids as they try to set up for the feed. Tries to drop it across the right wing, big cross. Trying to go to the corner. Ball drops in, Papalak takes the shot, and Scott Matthews gathers it in. We're just 5 minutes into the first half. Scoreless tie. Matt Myron tries to bring it down. Mike McCurry looks outside. Ben Walker on the right wing. Ball skips past him. And Coach Snyder tosses it back to Pine-Richland as they throw it in. Ball whistled into play. Pine-Richland throws it in. Ben Walker nicely done. McCurry grabs it. Joey Palladino looks to be the man to control the ball in the middle. Pizzone makes a stop. Through ball. Dave McCurry almost got there at the 18. Donnelly comes high in the box, grabs the ball. Donnelly just crosses midfield. Headed back by McCurry. Pizzone. I'm sorry. It was McCurry to McCurry. David McCurry grabs it, sends it inside to Palladino. Again, looking for the target man, Trempus. Papalak was looking up forward. They're looking for him again. There's Trempus, drops the ball back. He looks for a give and go. Winger looked offside, no call. David Steen wanted help on that one. I think he was right. Ball goes up the side. Nice play, checking back by Ben Walker. Ball fed inside. And Mike McCurry grabs it. Dave McCurry traps down. Pat Davis does a touch. No forwards up. Ball fed too far. That's a play where we got to gather the ball in. Scott Matthews scampers out to the side. Ball skipping on a wet turf. As St. Clair sets up the attack. St. Clair in their black uniforms going right to left. Scott Matthews, top of the box, reaches midfield. On the foul. Curry was run out of the side of the field. Looks like Danny Poljak's going to take this direct. Drops it in. Nice ball. That's the ball you want between about the 18 and the 12-yard line so that we can have some room. The goalkeeper has to make a decision whether to stay on his line, let his defenders take the play, or come out and make that play himself. he got kind of caught halfway. That's what we want to see. Ringgold will bring it from the back. I'm sorry, Pine-Richland. Pine-Richland brings it from the back. Danny Poljack traps it down. Mike McCurry outside. Pine-Richland gathers it in. Adam Horn. Pine-Richland will play a ball possession also. They like to send the ball, change in the field. Rogers will take this throw. Pine-Richland on a 3-man substitution. Ball drops in. Joey Palladino steps there, couldn't control, coming across hard. And it'll be another throw in for Pine-Richland Rams. Ball headed up. McCurry goes up. Submarine, and we get the call. David Steen's going to take a left foot. Goes downfield. David McCurry. Outside, looking for the cross to come back. Pizzone with the man. Nicely done. Saved it from going out of bounds. Ball in the middle. Danny Poljack makes a stop, sends outside, and Steen clears up to the mids. Palladino drops in. Matt Myron crosses. Pizzone goes in. Mike Pizzone called for the hit on the defender. And the Pine-Richland Rams will kick it from their own 45-yard line. This will be capable of getting to the 18. Does get there on a nice long kick. Looks for the runner. Runner goes into the corner. Out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. Pine-Richland subbing 2 more players. So in the first 10 minutes here, Pine-Richland doing some quick substitution off the bench. 5 players in, 5 players out. St. Clair yet to substitute. Just crossed 10 minutes into the first half. Scoreless tie. Pine-Richland Rams against St. Clair Panthers. Walker takes the throw, drops into McCurry. Chips it back to Dave McCurry. Out of bounds off of Pine-Richland. Walker looking for a runner. Pat Davis comes and checks back, drops it in. Looks for Joey Palladino. Goes all the way back to Mike McCurry. Looks across David Steen. He'll look left foot to sail it in. Tried to chip it over the defense, came up and headed it. Danny Poljack brings it down. And the ball's fed across the center of the field by Pine-Richland. Pine-Richland sets it up. David McCurry brings the ball in, cross steps, drops it back. Palladino sets it up. Mike McCurry with him, sends inside. Pat Davis was turned the other way. And the ball goes out hard off of Pine-Richland. Steve Kyle throws it. Pine-Richland defense has 8 guys back. They're playing deep in the box. Making it tough for us to get through. We're playing 6 against 8. And it'll be a defensive throw-in from Pine-Richland's end on the near side of the field. Drops it in. Pizzone steps up. Pine-Richland looks for 13 to send. Jones is again one of the substitutes who comes in. He's another front runner, one of the forwards. Pat Davis heads it up over the top, trying to look for a through ball in heavy traffic in the middle. About a week or so, Coach Schneider worked on the cross plays using the wings, and we seem to have abandoned that a little bit here. We're trying to force the ball up the middle. Danny Poljak, nice throw, big push inside on Pat Davis and Benny Walker. No call. Poljak will take a throw again. Tries to get his footing. Davis tries to get position, and it's a corner off the defender. And Palladino will take the corner for the Panthers. Nice set play chance for Panthers. Chips it up. Looks for David McCurry. Gets a head on it. Goes out of bounds. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Rams. Donnelly's defender sets it up for him. He'll take it from the corner of the box. Low liner to about the 40-yard line. Headed forward by the Rams. Another big foot with a runner going on. Jones, Scott Matthews scampers out. Goes down, grabs the ball, and is ready to send it out. Looking for a release. Nobody's turning around, so he's going to slice it to the 50-yard line. What a blatant handball. McCurry tries for a quick start, sends it over to Myron. Big chase from the back. Ball going out of bounds, shielded. Ben Walker tries to battle through it. Okay, Donnelly grabs the ball, and he'll send it out. Donnelly punts to midfield. Walker fronts the man, sends it back. McCurry heads it up. Ben Walker looks for him to go to the corner off of Pine-Richland. Walker takes the throw in to McCurry. McCurry drops to Joey Palladino. David McCurry, offside. Again, the offside trap was being used by Pine-Richland. They had 4 defenders lined up at about the 20. Let David McCurry go down the field when the ball was played in. He was behind the defenders. Offside call. Pine-Richland brings the ball out. Donnelly sets it up at about the 10-yard line. Just outside the 18, and Joey Palladino intercepts, sends it way down deep. It'll be a throw in by Pine-Richland. We're going to look to lock this ball in. Pine-Richland drops the ball in, tries to drop it back. Walker makes a nice step in to try to trap the ball. And Mike McCurry heads it. Drags it outside. Palladino tried to drop it for a give and go. Steen sends it inside. Little raggedy at the ball control side for the first 15 minutes here. And Pine-Richland has a couple of runs. Looking again for the long ball. Palladino called as it looked again like a step on a wet ball. More so than a trip. Palladino gets the call against. And Pine-Richland will set it up inside the hash marks. Lombardo's going to take the kick. Drops it over. Outside on the 18. And it's going to be a deep throw in for St. Clair. Danny Poljak will take this from the outside. 22 minutes left in the first half. Scoreless 0-0 tie. Upper St. Clair Panthers visiting Pine-Richland Rams in their tournament. David Steen lined it up on the corner of the box. Takes the left foot. Clears to the 40. Skips out of bounds on the Pine-Richland side of the field. It'll be a throw-in by Pine-Richland. Fed forward. Nobody running with him. And looks like Steve Kyle's going to take this throw. Drops it over the top. Nicely down the line. Pat Davis heads it across. Mike McCurry tries to bring it down. Settles it on a foot. Matt Myron in the middle. Started to feel the pressure released nicely to Pat Davis. Sent it back out of bounds. So far, during the first half of this Pine-Richland substituting freely. St. Clair staying steady. Ball out of bounds off of Pat Davis. Pine-Richland will take the throw on their own 20-yard line. Walker again active, makes a nice play, brings the header down. Palladino sends it back to Steen. Goes forward out of bounds. Little off balance on his send. Pine-Richland will come back on the attack. Mike Pizzone steps in. And it's out of bounds off of Pizzone. Mike Pizzone checks him from behind, gets the call. This will be a set play coming from about the 40-yard line. Picard will take the right-footed in-swinger. We got 6 white shirts for Pine-Richland line in the 18. Low liner, Mike McCurry comes up to meet the ball nicely. Sent back in, ball over the top, David Steen intercepts that. Ball still up, Scott Matthews out of the box. Goes outside, keeps the ball in. Again, as long as the ball stays in, goalkeeper's good. Picks it up. And he'll send it back out. Midfield, Pine-Richland intercepts. Picard sends it back in. Rosatano on the back, active. Plays the ball off Walker's feet. Pine-Richland also substituting. Looks like a wholesale change now by the Panthers. Who's coming in? Will Sullivan and Jimmy Belak up top. Anthony Caruso in the mid. Ball settled. Pine-Richland comes in. David Steen steps nicely. Good decision. Came up to meet the ball. Palladino control in the middle of the field. Drops over to Matt Myron. Drops into Belak. Again, some fresh legs here. We should see some activity. Looks for the runner. Nicely pulled the goalkeeper out. Okay, Ben Walker was the runner going down the side. Almost made that play. Chipped it up over. Joey Palladino will take the corner. Palladino looking for a target in the middle. Who's going to go up? Never made it across to McCurry. Ball still high. Sullivan scraps. Drops the ball in. Nobody with the man. Had to wait for help. Support came. And Steen made a nice play. Played it up the line. Kept the ball in. Belak trying to put pressure on the front by himself. Dogging the ball nice. Will Sullivan almost snuck in there. Picard goes over the top. A little bit too long. This is the kind of play that Pine-Richland likes to do. They showed it in the scrimmage. That's the kind of guys they have playing for them. They'll send the forwards on a long run. Steen taking this goal kick. Chips it up to about the 45-yard line. Ball drops in. Matt Myron chips it up. Anthony Caruso walked into a dangerous play, and Steen will take the start. Goes crossfield, and John Worthy got in. John Worthy's in the game. John Worthy makes the touch. Matt Myron steps up. Looks for Caruso to make the run, intercepted by Pine-Richland. David Steen, just a little touch, with nice recovery. Deflected the ball and denied Pine-Richland a breakout. Ball feathered through, played it back to the keeper. Donnelly sends it up, McCurry intercepts. Help from the forwards, beat the mids to the ball. Belak chips it back. Off of Anthony Caruso, and Shea Kumar on the sidelines coming in. And Peter Sabosit's coming in for David Steen. So some new faces in the lineup. Peter will take a back left defensive position for Steen. Kumar will step in at midfield. Caruso drops the ball out on Pine-Richland. Peter looking to take a throw. Peter Sabositz throws into Matt Myron. Danny Poljak anchors the middle. Belak, nice touch to Will Sullivan. Still looking. We still got numbers up front. Defenders are back, and McCurry tried to get into the play from the midfield. That was nice. We had 4-on-2 situation and a 5-on-3. Donnelly lets his forwards and mids and defenders go out. His punt clears midfield. McCurry chests it back. And Pine-Richland brings it back. All the way across the defense. Drops it in. Peter Sabosas put a nice body on the player. Kumar gathers it in, looks back. John Worthy makes the touch. Looks forward. Walker was checking back, missed that pass. McCurry sends it out of bounds. Benny? 20 for us has been. No. Okay, let's be John Worthy taking the throw. Drops it in. A lot of pushing on Ben Walker. Tries to make the play over his head, goes out of bounds. And Pine-Richland will take the throw from their 25-yard line on the offensive side of the field. Drops it in. Jimmy Belak gathers it. Drops across. Matt Myron looks for the runner. Okay. Kumar traps it. Across to Belak. Feathered through. Gathered in by Donnelly. Over top of Myron's head. Peter Sabositz heads it up. Out of bounds. Pine-Richland takes a deep throw in. Phil Dormish comes in for Benny Walker. Ball dropped in. Number 4 makes a nice step around. Peter Sabosas drops it in, and the ball's loose. 3 white shirts in front. That was just feathered in. Nobody could gather where the ball was at. Step around Sabositz, goes in on net almost. First good scoring chance for Pine-Richland. Lombardo made a nice play. Feathered it across, and there were 3 white shirts just waiting to tuck it in. Nobody could get the right position to put anything on the ball. Danny Poljak takes the throw and sends it over. Mike McCurry inside. Sends the ball forward, looking for Caruso to make a run. Phil Dormish on the outside. Forces an errant pass. And John Worthy will take the throw. Worthy goes long. Shouldered across by Myron. McCurry battling for the ball. Danny Poljak steps up nicely, and Akshay Kumar loses the ball. Lombardo takes a nice shot going through, trying to split the defense. Defense collapsed on him, took the call. Caruso goes outside to Will Sullivan. Peter Sabositz traps it. Belak tries to come in across, intercept. Matt Myron playing the mid. Over the top, Will Sullivan heads it. And the keeper gathers it on the side. Winding down to 10 minutes left in the first half. Big scoring chance by Pine-Richland, goes errant past the post. And we're still scoreless, 0-0 tie. Long ball. John Worthy sends it out of bounds for a reset. And Pine-Richland will take a deep throw. Pine-Richland's going to go into the box short. McCurry heads it. Goes past Kumar. Belak checking back. Now we've got the offense moving in the right direction. Kumar looks for Dormish running, sends it to his outside shoulder. Out of bounds. Then move number 12 back to a mid position. This is what they did in the scrimmage too. Kind of played him back a mid forward. Checks up into the play. Levels Kumar. Call goes against Pine-Richland. And we'll put in the play at about the 45-yard line on our side of the field. Dropped in, Matt Myron touches the ball, looks across, nice angle play, and Caruso's sitting there. Looks like an offside call. Caruso was open, ball was going into the net. Anthony made sure of it. The call is offside. Donnelly takes this kick after fishing out of his net. Still no score. On that play, definitely Anthony Caruso had plenty of space. Again, Kumar on the run, steps inside the defense, tries to trap, run off the ball. Ball goes out of bounds at midfield off of Pine-Richland. Kumar had a nice chance going across the 18. Went body to body with the defender and came back out Pine-Richland. Poljak takes a long throw. Ball out of bounds on Pine-Richland. We gained 20 yards on the throw. We'll throw in from about the 30. Drops it down to Matt Myron. Inside, Jimmy Belak controls. Looks to take a left-footed shot, plays it off the Pine-Richland defender. Okay, the referee's sending 33 off. Twice he's lost both shin guards here. He's trying to settle him down and get him into the sleeves. forcing a substitution for Pine-Richland. Danny Poljak at about the 15-yard line, taking a chance for a long throw into the box. Off the defender. Another throw in for Poljak. Poljak needs to get that throw a little bit higher, a little bit farther. Wet ball, slippery. Keeper came out. Donnelly made the save. Conley's lanky. Doesn't make a whole lot of moves laterally. It showed on that last play that we had him out of position. Try to take advantage of that. Headed over by Pine-Richland. Drop back. Will Sullivan stepped into. Matt Myron tries to come out of it. Goes out of bounds. Winding down the first half. 7 minutes left. Scoreless tie. Pine-Richland Rams and St. Clair Panthers. Mike McCurry playing midfield. Drops the ball over to Matt Myron. Will Sullivan makes a turn. Looks for Phil Dormish down the sidelines, about a step late. Poljak steps in. McCurry looks over the top. Tried to find Will Sullivan. There it is. Nice little soft chip. Belak was looking for him. McCurry steps inside, forces a rush pass, goes out of bounds, off of Pine-Richland. Dormish drops it in. Matt Myron looks to Jimmy Belak. Belak crosses the ball all the way across, pulls the keeper up. Crusoe tried to get there. Donnelly will go with a throw, cross field to the far side. Drops inside. And sends it across. Anthony Crusoe steps up. Mike McCurry comes all the way through, makes the play. Crusoe gets some help. Ball drops across the open. Pine-Richland. Phil Dormish sticks his head in there. Trempus drops the ball. Will Sullivan doesn't have Kumar with him. Belak steps in. Big body made the guy hear footsteps, and he stepped back. Nice steal by Jimmy Belak. Jimmy Belak's a good target. He scored the last 3 goals for the Panthers in the last couple of games. And as a sophomore, he's going to get some more size. Comes across nicely, good change of direction, good speed. David Steen comes back in. Going to a midfield position to relieve Mike McCurry. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a corner. Panthers are playing 4 games in 5 days here, so Coach Schneider's jockeying bodies around, give him a little bit of rest, a little bit of change of scenery here. Phil Dormish liner. Settles it down. Tries to send it back in with a left foot. It was a nice play. Crusoe was there. Ball comes out. Pine-Richland out of bounds. Peter Sabosis does a drop in out of bounds. Kumar tried to come back to him. And Pine-Richland will take the throw at about midfield. Drops it over. Nice header flicked back. Danny Poljak traps it in. Looks inside. 29 definitely had a lane to go in there. Couldn't settle the ball down. Looked like it was bouncing a little bit. Was waiting for it to settle. Had a clear chance to go in on Matthews and didn't. Drops the ball in. Defense. Sabositz comes over to clean up the side. Ball comes in down along the goal line. Scott Matthews makes a diving save outside the post. And we're inside of 3 minutes here in the first half, a scoreless tie with Pine-Richland. On the run, down the side, number 4, Lombardo. He was the guy who made the trouble. Again, Scott Matthews goes down, doesn't make the full control of the stop. Ball goes out of bounds off of Pine-Richland. Lombardo twice now has come down the right wing. Stepped around Caruso, stepped around Sabosit's going hard into the corner, and he looks to feed it in each time. Both times he's had a chance to feed his guys. They haven't found the ball. Jones was in the middle. Winding down, 2 minutes left in the first half, scoreless. Danny Poljak takes the kick, chips it up to 45, helped out by Belak. Ball settles. Trempus sends outside, nobody home. Dormish gathers it in. Will Sullivan tries to backheel it, recovers, gets into the play. Still hustling back, nice back check and steals the ball. Sends into Kumar. This is, again has Pine-Richland flat-footed. Caruso makes the touch, has to check back. David Steen in midfield. Matt Myron looks open on the outside to Phil Dormish. Dormish steps around, tries to chip it in. There's Kumar, doesn't get quite as far as what Phil wanted to do. Peter Sabosic chips it over the top. Kumar's there. Offside call. That didn't look, unless Kumar came from the offside
1 minute to play
position.
in the period.
Didn't look offside as far as the play went. Kumar came from an offside position, possibly. Donnelly takes the kick. Inside of a minute. Pine-Richland looks to go long, sends it out of bounds. 40 seconds, Worthy's taking his time, drops it into Matt Myron. Pine-Richland looks for a last-ditch effort here on the offensive side of the field. Ball goes to the white, Pine-Richland color. Inside of 30 seconds, drops the ball in. Looking for a fast chance here. Dormish sends it out. 15 seconds, throw in. Trempus going to take the shot.
10 seconds. 9,
Rushed it way
8,
across the field.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we'll go into the second half scoreless. St. Clair versus Pine-Richland Rams. They're looking for the 50-50. We're getting blasted by the speaker. We're starting the second half here. Michael Haas comes in the goal to relieve Scott Matthews for the second half. First time he's had a chance to play this season.
Winning number 216540. 216540.
And in a scoreless tie,
If you have the winning ticket, please go to the concession stand.
we'll set the defense up. Starters are Steve Kyle, Danny Poljak, David Steen back in his normal position. Across the mid, we have Joe Rust coming in for the first time in this game. Karsten Lachelle comes in for the first time in this game. Matt Wilson. And Phil Dormish on the outside. Joey Palladino also is a midfielder. Pine-Richland drags it in. Michael Haas comes off the line. Nice gather in. And ready to send the ball on the offensive side. Two forwards are Belak and Kumar. So Coach Snyder, Michael Haas clears midfield. Ball goes up, still up. Settled down by Belak. Looks for Kumar as a runner. Donnelly grabs it in. 50-50 ball headed up twice. Donnelly slices it out the midfield. Matt Wilson misses the trap. And a couple new faces in for the Pine-Richland Rams also. Ball drops back to defense. Belak in chase, forces the error. Kumar makes a stop. Palladino drags it in. A little bit too far off his foot. Phil Dormish settles it in. Joe Rust in a chase. Takes a man outside. Steen sends it up the side of the field. Joe Rush brings it in. Panthers have done that play nicely, taking it up the line rather than sending it out of bounds, which allows for them not to have a forced throw-in on their offensive side of the field. Pine-Richland will take this on their own 40. Drop at the midfield. Joe Rush tries to front the man. Drops back to the defense, open left wing. Pine-Richland brings it all the way across. Rogers tries to drop it in. Matt Wilson heads it out. Rogers drops it in. Looks to serve this ball up. Drags it into the 30. Feathers it through. Outside, out of bounds. We're going the other way. Steve Kyle take the deep throw. Goes over the top. Palladino there. Wilson does a little touch. Belak comes through. Cut off by the Pine-Richland defender. Kumar picks up the errant pass. Goes with Belak. He has Belak, Palladino trailing. Phil Dormish on the outside wing. We have 4-on-4. Nice setup. Kumar looks left foot. Doesn't get it all the way across to Belak. That was a nice transition. Had 4 runners. We were still in good defensive position as the ball comes back. Kyle watches the ball, plays it out of bounds. Nicely off the forward. Kyle takes the throw in. Karsten Lachelle. Joey Palladino, nice physical play. Steps in, looks forward, has Kumar on the run offside. Quick turn. O'Shea was about a foot, 1 pace off. Referee is right on the 40-yard line, made the call. Not sure if they can make this all the way to the 18. Ball drops way across on a mishit. Goes out of bounds. Phil Dormish grabs it for a throw-in. Quick start. Looks for Palladino. Drops it back. We need to get patient, settle into our offense here. Steen drops it over the top. Goalkeeper comes way out, forces it out of bounds. And we gain 40, 45 yards on that play. Joe Rush drops it in. Jimmy Belak looks across. Matt Wilson tries to keep it in. It's out of bounds. I like the activity away from the ball. Shea Kumar down at about the 10-yard line. It was way away from the ball. Nobody really got a good look at that. Coach Snyder walking over to him. Nobody stopped the clock. There it goes. Stop the clock at a little under 35 minutes left in the first half or second half. 5 minutes into the second half. Scoreless tie. Kumar down right outside the box. Okay, Shea Kumar slowly gets up, walks off to the sidelines. Not sure because the play was away from the ball what really went on there. We'll start the time back up. 34:58 left in the second half. Scoreless tie. Pine-Richland Rams and Upper St. Clair Panthers. Look to see. Will Sullivan subs in for Shea Kumar. On this turf, he might have slipped coming back. And looks like he's walking gingerly. The Charlie horse, or maybe slipped and fell and hit the turf. Ball dropped across the defense. Look for a long ball. Nicely measured by David Steen. David Steen judges these balls real well over the top. Nice run. Phil Dormish on an overlap. Is he going to get there? Ball stops. Played off of him. The Pine-Richland defender. Nicely done. Phil on the overlap. Dormish looking to go into the box. Both runners check back. Palladino drops. Nice step over. Tried to feed in the middle. Only Pine-Richland in the center. Ball out of bounds. St. Clair will go back in on the offensive 40. Steen will take the throw on the far side. First half kind of lackluster. A couple of chances by Lombardo made it a little interesting in front of our goal mouth. And an offside call on the attempt by Anthony Caruso to sneak behind the defense. Matt Wilson playing nice and hard. Carson Lachelle comes out of it with the ball. Joe Rush nice and quick. And Steen's going to feed in. Looking for Belak. Joe Rush steps out. Feeds Dormish to the corner. Doesn't get there. Throw in deep on the defensive side. Pine-Richland. Palladino dogs that throw. Will Sullivan comes in with the ball. Chips back. Belak just overran it. Matt Wilson takes the hit. Over top the crossbar. Good effort. Looked like Jimmy Belak just cut in a little bit too early at the 18. Ball went behind him. Matt Wilson was the trailer. That's what you like when there was somebody on the back door coming across watching the play. Wilson tried the shot, went over the goal crossbar. And Pine-Richland's Donnelly will bring it back out. Low liner. Helped out. Kyle tried to stop. Recovers nicely. Joe Rust. Okay, definitely trouble, like Coach Snyder said. They were playing 1 into 2, and each little touch got them into trouble further. Coach Snyder just tried to get them to change the field by bringing it across the back line, and they didn't get it across quick enough. Long feed over the top. Danny Poljak heads it back. This back line has definitely played like a solid fence back there, keeping the shots down, making them outside, letting the goalkeeper see a big chance. Lievensberger drags it across. Ball's dropped in the middle. No shot. Joe Russ makes a good play, just denies the chance for a shot. Phil Dormish clears it out of bounds. Pine-Richland Rams will take a reset. Will Sullivan steps in. Active up front. David Steen plays it in off of the Pine-Richland. Steps in nicely, recovers outside. Phil Dormish drops inside. Joey Palladino leaves it for Carson Lachelle. Ball going over the top. Steve Collin chase. Lievensberger tries to cut it back. Matt Wilson missed the trap. Ball drops back. 32 looking for a feed inside. Danny Poljak heads it out. He's the Iron Man inside. Steve Kyle, big run. Jimmy Belak's on the run. Traps it, tries to feed to himself, looking for help. Palladino. Belak, big effort by himself. Oh, this is a through ball. Number 2 looking for a cross. And Poljak comes back and sends it out of bounds. Across the end line, this will be a corner. Big transition. Belak had a chance up at his end, and Pine-Richland made a quick breakout going down the wing. This will be a corner. In swinger over the top. Matt Wilson heads it out. Ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. Pine-Richland taking it. Drops it back. That ball looked close to being out of bounds. And it's a corner. On the plate about the 10-yard line. Looked like it went out. Referee was kind of twisted around. Didn't get a good look at it. And played out of bounds off of Wilson. Low ball. Poljak steps up nicely. Sends it out of bounds for a throw. Steps him back to about the 15. Nobody checking to the ball. Steps around Wilson. Makes a nice step in. Dittmer was number 11. Twice he's missed pulling the trigger inside the hash marks. Looks like opportunities at about the 25-yard line, and he misses that chance. Steen makes the touch too. Lachelle Ball drops back. They're going to play it all the way back to the keeper, and Donnelly's going to touch it out of the box. Slips, sends it out to his left defender. Defender looks up forward, sends it out of bounds. Ball sounds wet, and it definitely sounds heavy when these guys are trying to make these big kicks. Belak drops it inside. Palladino didn't get there. Long ball outside. Ball going to play out of bounds. Steen's going to shield it. Nicely done. Out of bounds. It'll be a deep throw. Oh, how did that happen? Good shield by David Steen going on. It looked like from here. Referee calls Pine-Richland throw deep. Stepping back down the line, trying to make a long throw in. Looks for his target man. Kyle at the top of the box sends it out, and Pine-Richland turns it around. Carson Lachelle traps it nicely on his chest. Open field, here we go. Ball comes across, dropped in the middle, and Will Sullivan on the run. That ball needed to be cut across a little bit of an angle for Will to get there quicker than the goalkeeper did. It was a long run. But again, a good idea. These guys are looking to set up a nice play. Ball stepped, dropped back to the defense. Sullivan dogs it, forces a play. Belak picks it up. Now we got three guys. Will Sullivan, again, a little bit more of an angle to Will. We're trying to set it up out in the middle on the hash mark, and it's not getting there. Goalkeeper's just grabbing it. Belak tries to step in. Wilson sends it out in the middle. Lachelle changed fields. Carries nicely. Tries to drop inside. Dormish was on the run. Ball traps back. Poljak sends it. Steps up. Looks forward. Tried to play it off a Pine-Richland player out of bounds. Must have deflected off a Dormish, but everybody's saying it didn't happen, but it's Pine-Richland throw. No, the referees moved them back to midfield. Ball drops in, chested down by Pine-Richland. Nicely done. Will Sullivan dogs the defender into making a mistake. Goes over the top. He's on the run. Somebody's got to be there. Belak's in the middle. Crosses. Didn't get it through. Good effort. Good look. Again, David Steen goes up. Palladino looks outside. Lachelle goes outside. Gets into trouble on a double team. Carson Lachelle working hard. Loses the ball. Joe Rush tries to step over to make a delay. Goes back to his normal position. Ball feathered around David Steen. Steen cuts in. Nicely played. And it's going to be a goal kick. No, nobody really knew that. And again, Pine-Richland talked them into a corner. Hometown call. Two referees out here. They both looked at each other. Pine-Richland spoke up, so they got the corner.
Wow.
Coming in with the right foot, so he's looking for a cutter. Low ball. Header was there. Man was wide open in the middle. Nice stop by Jimmy Belak. He's going to feed over the top. Poljak heads it out. Again, we're kind of scrambling here at about the 20-yard line. Ball settled down. Palladino gets it out of trouble. Lachelle looks outside. Belak and Wilson looking for a double team here. Nice effort. Good try. They set up a double team, and it was almost a double team on two players. Sideline trying to help him. Bounced off of Wilson, hit Belak. Bad luck. Will Sullivan, nice play, intercepts it. Sends Belak over the top. It's going to dribble to the goalkeeper again, shielded. We're 16 minutes into the second half. Scoreless, 0-0. This second half, we're getting better chances. Starting to mount an offensive play. Pine-Richland just trying to feed the ball forward. Willing to stay on our side of the field. Better touches. Palladino outside. Rust looks forward. Inside the Belak, tries to chip it. Sends Wilson into the corner. Look for a corner. No. Wilson keeps it in. Nicely done. Belak, again, bad luck. Just flips it up to himself and bounces off his knee. Good effort by Belak, and Wilson tried to make a corner cross there. Ball over the top. Lombardo stood and watched the ball. Palladino cut right in. Pine-Richland's standing, trying to play positional, not making a whole lot of movement, but they're collapsing on the ball. Russ sends it outside. We've got to make space. Ball goes out of bounds off of Pine-Richland. And substitution up top. Looks like David McCurry coming in for Will Sullivan. Palladino to Lachelle. Goes all the way back to the defense. That would be nice. Comes across from Poljack to Kyle. Looks forward. Nice. Come on, David McCurry going into the corner. Takes a hard run down. No foul. No foul. Wilson tried to keep it in. Went off his foot. Substitution Pine-Richland. 4 guys in. And no, he brought 2 of them back. 2 guys in. Referee chastising the player or the parents in the stands. Ball goes over the top. Dave McCurry, nice effort. Wilson steps in for a double team. Ball goes out on the foul on David McCurry. Pine-Richland will set it up. That was supposed to be a play on the foul. They threw it in. Outside, Pine-Richland trying to feed in. Inside, David Steen makes a nice play on the header. Drops it up to Dormish. Joe Palladino controlling the middle of the field. Dormish looking for a runner. McCurry not there. Donnelly will take this goal kick from his 6-yard line. Just about halfway into the second half. Puts a boot to it. Chips it to about the 30-yard line. Dave McCurry tries to head it. Michael McCurry came in on a substitution. Ball goes up. Steen again measures that ball nicely high in the air. His basketball expertise. Oh, as that tried to be feathered through by Belak. McCurry was cutting. Pine-Richland comes up with the ball. Poljack makes the stop. Karsten Lachelle. A little bit too many touches. McCurry. Trempus comes back checking. Lachelle. Playing on the short side of the field. Dave McCurry sends it out off his head. Pine-Richland will have the throw in. And we got substitutions lining up at midfield for the Panthers. Dormish steps in. Ball goes out of bounds. Pine-Richland drops in short. Looks for the feed. Ball goes outside. Again, leaving Pine-Richland hanging around here in a scoreless tie. One mistake could cost a goal. We're going to look for it to be on our side of the ledger, though. Substitutions coming in. Phil Dormish out. And looks like Ben Walker on the far side. Wilson out. And Anthony Caruso in. Michael Haas takes a goal kick from his 6, sends it out to about the 40. Ball drops in. Pine-Richland. Steve Kyle sends the ball up and out. A little bit of substitution confusion. Mike Curry. Lombardo, again, the guy who made the 2 chances in the first half, is going down to the corner. Joe Rush dogs him. Takes a big dive. They're going to get the foul call. Lombardo working hard. This is going to be a foul outside the box. Big chance here. Okay. This will be like a corner kick. He's about 5 yards inside. 29 takes the chip. Ball up in the air. Michael Haas scrambling. Ball goes through Karsten Lachelle's feet, and it's coming back to Michael Haas to take the goal kick. That was a little testy back here, a little bit of confusion. Ball sitting in front of the net again. The 3 chances they've had all been generated by Lombardo, and all have kind of given us a chance to look around. Michael Haas sends it to the 40. Belak gathers it in. Again, kind of a miss-hit coming across. Steps in nicely, held. Works through it. Belak still has the ball. Oh, handball gotten away with. Oh, my. It was so blatant. Both referees looked at that. Lachelle outside. We've got to get a goal here. Tries to feed hard down into the corner. Walker on a hard run. Can't get there. Blatant handball about the 30-yard line. Neither referee in position to make a call. And Donnelly will bring it out from his end. Just passing 17 minutes left in a scoreless second half of this Pine-Richland tournament. Pine-Richland Rams versus St. Clair Panthers. Ball helped out. Joe Russ watches it go by. Steve Kyle sends it forward. Mike McCurry tries to put the moves on. Anthony Caruso, bad touch out of bounds. Pine-Richland will bring it back in. Caruso fronts him. Man makes a turn. Kyle heads it down. Russ sends it forward. Dave McCurry in chase. Ball settles in the middle. This is Lombardo again. It's the one man that has been creating havoc for us. Ball goes across. Michael Haas comes up off his line. Makes a nice gather in. Lets the men travel out. We'll see what it is. Lofting punt to the 40-yard line over top of David McCurry. McCurry goes back into the play. David McCurry pushed off again. The foul, that's probably the second foul in that sequence that happened against McCurry, and you got a call for that one. Ball touched outside. Benny Walker tried to feather it in. Ball looked outside. Nice touch by the man going down the wing. Helped. David Steen. Danny Poljak checking back. David Steen, good communication, good help. Poljak moved from the outside, took the runner down the left side of the wing there. And David Steen fielded in the middle. Man wasn't off the field. Referee didn't whistle it into play. Now he says go. Pine-Richland gets a restart. Ball fed over the top. Poljak goes up. Rush tries to head it down. Benny Walker looks forward. Will Sullivan's out there. This time he's going to get to the ball. Played out. Pine-Richland sends it out of bounds. Better measure of speed in the field on that one. Ben Walker looks inside. Russ drops it back. Matt Myron in on a change. David Steen sends up. Joe Russ looks to feed. Ball over the top. Mike McCurry and Anthony Caruso both offside. Not a tough one to call there. 14 minutes left in the second half, scoreless tie. Dave McCurry comes across, makes the play on Rogers. Joe Rust touches outside. Benny Walker, bad angle, out of bounds. Ball sent back to the defense. Will Sullivan was almost there. Looking for the long ball over the top. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Michael Hass will take the goal kick from his 6. Okay, Michael Hass will take the restart. Sends it up to the 40. And Mike McCurry tries to feed it over the top to Will Sullivan. Now we got 3 runners here ready to roll. Tried to feed it in to Mike McCurry. Myron drops it back. Kyle sends it up over the top. Outside to Ben Walker. Inside to David McCurry. Off his knee. And we're going long ball. Poljack going to head it back. No, miscommunication. Poljack could have had a chance to head it back. Ball died on the turf, so it went down to his feet. Made a turn, got it out of trouble. Could have been another disastrous play back there. McCurry. Ball outside. Joe Russ steps in, gets the call on the hold. Oh, we're going the other way. I thought that was Joe Rust. Everybody thought it was Joe Rust except for the referee. Changed his call. David Steen tried to gain about 5. Referee says that's too far now. Steen will take this left-footed kick from about the 30-yard line on the football field. Ball again sounds dead out there. Inside. McCurry sends outside. Caruso tries to head it down. Will Sullivan tries to put it on his feet. Dave McCurry steps in front of Walker. Shouldered down by Pine-Richland. They're going long ball again. Michael Hass holds his line. And Danny Poljack gives him help, bringing the ball back out. Ball dropped in the middle. Steve Kyle steps up, sends it out nicely. It's the best square hit we've seen for a while. McCurry and Chase, Caruso and Chase on the foul. Pine-Richland's going to take the ball in from the 40. Ten minutes left in the second half, leaving Pine-Richland hanging around here. Trempus is going to take the direct kick. He's going to send it over the top. Big chance here. Over the top. Michael Hass comes through, makes a nice grab. Good help from David Steen on the shield. Ball fed out. Poljack sits there. Sends it over. Oh, looked almost connected with Mike McCurry. That was a good change of pace. We've been punting the ball for 50-50 chances here, not been gaining much ground. Michael Hass rolled it out, tried to go for 100% ball to Danny Poljak. Headed back. Poljak takes it up. At the 20, takes a hit. Man's offside, and the referee in position again. These two guys are definitely out of position. They're watching the play, and they're getting turned around. Pine-Richland was offside by about 3 yards and almost went in on a chance. Michael has to take the goal kick from his 6. Tried to flick by Matt Myron. Ball drops out. Myron stops. Jimmy Belak active. Looks for a runner. Will Sullivan is there. Coming across. Keeper's out of his net. Keeper's out of his net. Out of his box. Was ready to grab the ball out of his box. Then thought second thing about going after the ball, and then ended up on Will Sullivan's foot going out of bounds. Shaky change of events up there at the 18-yard line. 8 minutes left in the second half. Again, some lackluster play here. We got to get some sharpness and try to put one in the net on this guy. Ball headed, missed. Trapped down, Matt Wilson. Some heavy feet out here. Mike McCurry takes it down the sidelines, going 1-on-3 out of bounds off of Pine-Richland. Finally getting some offensive chances up here on the 20-yard line. We'll see what we can do with this. Ball thrown in, bounces past Sullivan. Ball goes out of bounds. St. Clair throw. Looks for the cutter. Double team. Nice. Trempus is going to be the runner. They like to free him up. He hasn't shown much activity during the game, but they're going to look. Lombardo looked. Nicely done. David Steen confidently brings it down, sends it up. Pine-Richland intercepts. Out of bounds. Ball inside to Mike McCurry. Sends it behind Wilson. Wilson makes a nice stab at it. McCurry chasing Lombardo. Lombardo's the active player here. Cutting across to the middle, goes to his right leg, looking inside.
Looking for Jen.
Phil Dormish comes out of there with that ball. Skips past McCurry and Sullivan. Belak on the chase. Okay, trapped the ball. Got away with a handball on Phil Dormish. We like that one. McCurry takes a shot from the 25-yard line. Winding down under 6 minutes here, scoreless. McCurry heads it down off of Donnelly's foot. Pine-Richland takes a second touch. Way long. Deep throw in. We need to put a spurt on here with some good quality touches. Wilson tries to drag it around the defender, doesn't get there. Lombardo active still. Lombardo will take the throw and the out of bounds. Looks for somebody to help from the back line so he can get into the play. We got 8 guys back. Trying to mark up. Gets the ball in. Back to Rogers. Looks for a service. Joe Rush just sends it back out. Another service over the top. Steen nicely read. Big hit. Nice save. Michael Haas makes the save. On a big hit. Wet ball. Had a chance. Michael Haas squeezed it. Brought it back down. That's the kind of play. Again, quick snapshot. First good solid hit. Wilson off. Joey Palladino in. Winding down to 4 minutes left in the second half. Scoreless, Panthers and the Rams. Mike McCurry looks to take a shot. Finally a rebound. Belak put it in. Yes! From Mike McCurry on a throw-in. Jimmy Belak finishes it for his 4th goal in a row for the Panthers. Makes it a 1-0 game with just under 4 minutes left in the second half. Big scramble. Mishandled by Donnelly.
Jimmy Belak.
Belak puts it in off an assist by Mike McCurry. Johnny on the spot. Jimmy Belak. Big save at one end, turned into a goal down the other side. Nice snapshot. Save, opened up. Throw on the offensive side gave us a 1-0 shot. Tempest shot turned into an offensive play for the Panthers. Okay, coming down the hash marks, we've got to make a stop here, try to make these shots a little bit more tough for these guys to come in. We can't leave this squared on shot. Nicely sent back, forces the defender back. Donnelly way out of the net. Tries to handle the ball, sends it across. That was a nice shake-up of the goaltender back there. We can put another shot on here. We can get an insurance goal before the end of this. 3 minutes left. 1-0. Panthers. Header dropped in. Belak, little touch. We can control the ball on the offensive side of the field. Belak, nice look. Joey Palladino on the run. Ball goes out of bounds. Off a Pine-Richland defender. Palladino asks for the ball. Looking offensively in. Belak steps around the guy. He has another, tough. Tried to step around past himself. Palladino playing active up front. One little spurt, one little break. Put a goal in the net for us. Belak. Now we've got some life. Palladino tried for a cross. Doesn't get there. Donnelly going to try to take this kick from his 6-yard line with 2 minutes left. 1-0 Panthers over the Rams. Over the top, Mike McCurry makes a stop. Will Sullivan steps in. Double team, works himself out of it. Lombardo again active. Sullivan tries to feather it through. Trempa steps in. Pine-Richland starting to get real active, real desperate, sends it out of bounds. Patience by St. Clair, got to get the ball controlled down into the end. Good decision by David Steen, sends it down. Donnelly waits to play the ball in. We wanted to control that ball a little bit better. Donnelly has a side slice. Palladino makes a nice step in. Belak, give it a go, ball was on the bounce. Jimmy Belak wanted to give and go. Palladino going down the wing. It's a last-ditch effort with a minute left. Lombardo does a feed in, has runners. Michael Haas comes out inside of 3 white shirts, throws the ball out, quick start. A little bit too far for Phil Dormish.
1 minute to play in the period.
Michael Haas came nicely off the line in front of 3 white shirts. Another feed. This is the desperation play. Tempest going to take the swinger. Steve Kyle puts a body in front. Try to feather it through. We've got to get on the offensive side of the field. Will Sullivan makes a turn. Keeper sends it up. Keeper's way up, about the 50-yard line, trying to push ahead. Ball goes out. And we've got winding down 30 seconds. Pine-Richland getting desperate, pushing forward in their own zone. Left-footed miss. Myron sends it up and out. That was about a gain of 10 yards there on that play. Ball on the side. Goalkeeper's way up. They pulled the goalkeeper up into the play.
10 seconds. 9.
Trying to play 11 on 10 to try and get this triangle.
5.
Ball was out of bounds. Ball was out of the arc.
2.
They tried to rush the play. They're going to have to do a re-kick. No kick. Winds down to 0. The Panthers take this first game in the Pine-Richland tournament 1-0. on a goal by Jimmy Belak from Mike McCurry. We'll be in the championship game against the winner of Erie McDowell and Mars tomorrow evening at 8 p.m.